Hi everyone, my name is Devashish, and in today's video we shall be discussing about exit strategies for entrepreneurs. A lot of people ask me, Devashish, why do we even need an exit strategy? We're good to go. But trust me, you really do. The reason, I'll give you two reasons why you need an exit strategy. Number one is when you have an exit strategy, you have a pathway to reach that exit strategy. And therefore, you have a deeper knowledge of what is the strategy that your company should be using in the present day. The second, most important reason is that if you are the investor in your company, or if you have a third party investor in your company, an external investor, let's say, he or she would like to know how much, by what time would they get back the money, and with how much returns would they get back the money, and how will they get back this money. Unless they know all three elements, they're not going to invest money into your business, right? And your business will not be able to scale up without their money. So I believe having an strategy or having an exit strategy more or less deepens your knowledge on how to run your company today. I'll give you an example here. So say you want to get your company listed in the stock market in the next 5 to 10 years. If that's the case, you should have a proven track record of profitability for the past 3 to 5 years, right? The rules change from country to country, but more or less everybody demands a profitability score or a profitability track record. Now, if you know that you need profits, you will try to refrain from cash burning. You will focus on getting margins, right? And that happens when you have things planned. For example, say you go ahead and say, hey, I want to get my company listed in the next 10 years. And for listing to happen, you just have to show a track record, a profit track record of 3 years. So you can think of burning cash in the first 3 to 5 years, but beyond that, you will have to start earning profits. And when you know this is going to happen, you make your strategies accordingly. Therefore, having an exit strategy actually helps you with a deeper knowledge of the strategy, of the present day strategy, and the knowledge required to the direction perhaps required to run your operations in the present day. Now, having said that, how will you go ahead and build an exit strategy for yourself? Look, there's no one exit strategy for everyone, right? You will have to study the macro trends. You will have to study what were the recent exits made by companies similar to your company. And perhaps this will give you an idea of what could be your exit strategy. For example, if you are from the SaaS background, software as a service, you have to study what has happened in the software as a service industry in the past 3 years, 5 years, or perhaps in the near past, so say 1 year, 2 years. You will realize that there has been a lot of mergers, there have been a lot of acquisitions, and perhaps this could be one of your exit strategies, right? But let us in this video discuss the top 2 exit strategies that entrepreneurs use. Number 1 is the dividend-based model. What happens is that when you are in the company, when you start the company, in fact, you have certain equity with you, right? You make systems, or you direct your energy into making systems that run without you being involved in it, right? So when, say, in 10 years, 5 years, you have developed systems, you have developed a company that runs without you participating in it. So what you can do is you can make an exit from this company. And because, by the virtue of you having equity in this company, you get dividends, you get a part of the profit, right? And the company keeps going. You can use the free time to maybe follow your passion, or you can maybe go ahead and make another company, right? You can do anything what you want, whatever you wish to maybe do, go ahead and do with your life. So that's one way, a dividend-based. The second is perhaps an asset-based model. So what happens with asset-based model is when the company is growing, you carefully invest your surplus amount into assets that will get you higher returns in the future. For example, say your company is Series ABC funded. There's a lot of investors who already have a share in your company. Now you want to go ahead and have a company that gives you more ownership on it. You might not want to run a company, but want ownership on it, right? So what you do is you take your surplus money and start investing into small firms, and perhaps for a really heavy stake exchange or a state trade, right? That's just one example. You could also perhaps go ahead and have a royalty based model for these assets. I'll give you an example here. So say you go ahead and get the trademark of the company listed on your name, or maybe a copyright. You go ahead and get the patent of a company, a very vital patent that the company owns on your name, right? So company doesn't own it actually, it's you leasing it out to the company, and therefore you get a royalty because you're leasing that to the company, right? So when you're investing in assets, the second type of exit strategy, you know that you should get things registered on your name using the profits, the surplus that the company is making, right? And you can do that, you can certainly do that, provided that you have carefully made a company constitution, right? That is very much possible. Well, if you really need help with figuring out an exit strategy for yourself, please feel free to reach out to us using the link given below. We can help you study the macro trends and perhaps suggest you an exit strategy that suits your vision and mission with life and the company as a whole, right? And if you like this video, please like, share, and comment. Your shares and likes is a big motivation for us to keep building videos, and we hope to help on the entrepreneurial community with these videos. I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.